Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Lego Lee 329 again here, back with another Lego Star Wars review on a gigantic set, the Republic Frigate. It's ages 9 through 14, set number 7964, and it contains 1,015 pieces and retails for about 120 bucks. Luckily, I got mine off for about like $20 off. Like, I think I got it for like $97.50, which is a really great value. But for $120, it doesn't seem like a great price based off the piece count. But once you get it, it is really just a gigantic ship, and it is worth it. And here's the front of the box. I can't really fit the whole box into the frame, so I'm just going to try to flip it around without killing anybody. And show you the back of the box, shows the play features and other sets, and all of which I have. I haven't reviewed that, but I have reviewed those too. So let's go on to the minifigures. Oh, I forgot, the instruction manuals. Yeah, you get two of them. First one is, doesn't say. The first one is 70 or 80 pages of building, and the second one is 69. So let's move on to... Alright guys, so here are the minifigures that you get with the set. A very cool lineup of figures, I gotta say. It's a little bit better than the Falcons. And yeah, so let's talk about Yoda. This is my first Yoda like this, even though he was available in the blue AAT. The lightsaber has been a different green color. It is now that like Atlantis green cockpit color instead of that kind of like yellowish green that they had before. He's a decent figure. I just kind of feel like the paint's gonna chip off on his eyes, like because my Dobby figure is kind of the same material has done that. His ears are also kind of like not the greatest material, but he's still kind of cool, and you know, I kind of like him. This is Quinlan Vos. I don't know anything about this character, so I guess he's an okay figure, but not really much to go over on him. Koth, I do know because he is seen in the movies for a little bit. He has the same kind of lightsaber, and that's his face there. And he's got this very cool new piece, which is very rubbery. Doesn't smell very good. It smells like that kind of cheap rubber, but I guess all rubber really smells like that. That's his torso print, double-sided, very cool figure. I really do like Koth. Now, some of the coolest figures is this is a Wolfpack clone trooper who has like a wolf head printed on his helmet and a lot of cool detail, and he also has a jetpack. This jetpack unfortunately gets in the way of him really sitting anywhere in the frigate, so you gotta take it off. He has a general blaster and printed legs, which is very cool. And then you get Commander Wolfie, or Wolf, I don't really know how it's pronounced, but it's spelled like wolf with an extra F and then an E, which is very interesting. He's got, you get the clone gear with this figure, you get the extra clone gear, which it doesn't tell you to put all that clone gear on, so I didn't. He does look very cool, one of my favorite clone trooper figures I have, and the best part about him is his custom face. The other guy just has a regular clone face, but this guy has a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow and a eye that looks like it's pretty much gone with a giant scar over it. So I really think these are great minifigures, definitely one of the main reasons to get this set, but let's move on to the monstrous vehicle. Okay, here's the frigate, or what I can get into the frame of the frigate. This vehicle is just monstrous. Let's get like a really overhead view. You can kind of see like all this other random stuff I have here in my studio. You can actually see my wall. This is a really massive vehicle. It looks great. It's a really great set. Let's go over some of the better details. So I guess we'll start off with the front. Now you kind of build the middle body first in the front, but the middle body is what supports the whole thing. So up at the front here we have some very nice details. There's some stickers. I mean, that's to be expected, and they add some cool details even though they are kind of hard to place on correctly. And you got some really nice details here. There's actually flick missiles on the top, so that's a play feature, sort of. The only bad thing about these flick missiles is that, it's supposed to be guns, but once you shoot the missile, there's no more gun there, which, kind of sucks. A little more stickers there, a little satellite, and just some very cool details. Now, the cockpit here, you can just lift this up, and it opens up, and you can see inside, not much detail, really no detail at all. If I can get a strange camera angle, there is absolutely no controls inside the cockpit, which really kind of annoys me. And I didn't really like that about this set. Now, fitting a minifigure in there is actually kind of a pain because most figures can't fit in there. The one I think is perfectly fit for this cockpit is Koth. He fits in there very well. The other figures don't really fit that well, so that's a little bit of a problem, but, I think, you know, since there are enough figures in the set that you can have one there and one there, you know, it ends up working out in the end. Now here's the escape pod, which they did a whole lot better job of designing than the last set. The last set, the Republic Cruiser, you actually had to pull this whole piece off and the escape pod came off. Now you just pull this little knob here and the escape pod just kind of drops down. Now the escape pod is a pretty nice design and it's very big. These are stickers on the side here. There's the back, has some engine detail, and the front just has some more details. And to open it up, it's very simple. This just pops off. The inside of the escape pod is very big, and I really think if you took off a couple of accessories, you could fit pretty much every figure inside. There's seats for a lot of them, and clips for some. It's kind of hard to fit some of the figures. Like again, I told you this Clone Troopers jetpack gets in the way a lot. There is kind of a seat up here. I don't really know exactly why they put this here, but it looks like a seat. It does move up and down though. It looks pretty cool. I gotta say the escape pod's a better design than the last one, and I like how, you know, it just comes off pretty easy. And this is actually pretty sturdy here. I didn't expect it to be as sturdy as it is. And the escape pod, you just kind of gotta line up right, and then you can hold it there and flick that in or push it in. And you know, it will stay in place. You know, wobbles a little bit, but that's to be expected. Now let's move on to the middle section. We got some cool details here. These flaps can move, these flaps can move, these don't really have flaps. These flaps open, which I'll show you in a minute. And you can see, unfortunately, this is actually a sticker, and those pieces have been printed in the past before, which I don't really understand why they can't just use those pieces over again. And there is some more sticker details. You got these very nice looking turrets that rotate 360, no missiles on them, and they move individually. There's both of those on each side, and some on the bottom. These ones don't rotate, but they do move up and down. Now, probably my favorite feature with this set is right here. There's just, you know, some cool detail, but it's not just detail. It's actually a handle, so you can pick up and hold this awesome vehicle. That's like the best feature on this set. I mean, it's so easy to transport. Unlike so many big Star Wars vehicles, I really love that about this set. Now, there are landing gear on the bottom here, which you can retract, but it's kind of hard to show you with the way I'm doing this. Now, you can open up both sides. I'll just open up this one first. Not too much room in there, but really, if you sit down a figure towards the back here and make sure they don't line up with these red pieces, you can fit figures, at least one figure in there pretty simply. And you do get a crate here, which is pretty cool. And it has a pair of binoculars, that Star Wars kind, so that's nice. And the crate just kind of sits in there. It doesn't actually peg into anything. There's some yellow translucent pieces, which I guess are windows. I don't know why they're yellow. Then back here, you can actually see we have some what look like to be like missiles, but they're bombs. And I'll show you how that works. Now let's just close this up, and up here there is a hatch which you can just simply open by pushing on it, and let's drop each and every bomb, and I already dropped a bomb under the ship. Here, let's see if we can get that bomb that I dropped under the ship, and you can put that bomb in there too. And then here, let's put the camera on the ground. You can pull this up, and right here you see this black switch. All you gotta do is pull the black switch, and all your bombs will come down and hit the enemies below. So that's a very cool feature, one of the better ones in this set. And if you don't want to have your bombs in the place where you actually are supposed to put the bombs, you can just put them over here, and that's where they're meant to be stored. So let's move on to the other side, and again, this handle is just so great because it lets you flip it around so I can show you the next side. So here's the other side of the ship, and we got kind of the same things. It's a little bit differently designed here, because there is no bomb dropping feature. Now you can open up this right here, which is pretty cool, and you can see inside. Now right there you can see that sticker is really awesome. It kind of shows the ship and its detail, and probably if the shields are down or something, it will show you that, which is really cool. Next up, there is a little hologram here of Emperor Palpatine, which is very cool. I don't understand why they put Palpatine on a hologram in this set, because he's evil, and no one knows that he's Emperor Palpatine in the Clone Wars, which, obviously makes no sense. It could have been a Jedi, but it's still a really cool new printed piece, and I really like they included that. Now, there's space back there for a minifigure. I've actually been able to fit 2 minifigures, like one here and one over there. If you take out this hologram, you could probably fit a couple more. Now, there's a little thing here that pops out, which is a very simple little contraption, and it's basically just restoring weapons. So that's pretty cool, and it just goes back in there. Some more translucent yellow pieces for, I guess, Windows, and you can see how that pops in there. It's not connected to anything. So yeah, that's very cool. I do like how it opens up, and that broke. That's actually never broken on me before, and so that's really random it breaks in this review. Now the back here is kind of where we're going to end. We got these very nice, massive engines. The only problem I have with the engines are the stickers. You have to line them up right, and it's kind of hard, and you can see I don't do a very good job with that. There are some cool engine details in there, but it could have been a little bit bigger in my opinion. Now here we got a turret with some more flick missiles, and to control that turret there's another cockpit that you can open up here. This one's pretty deep and actually has a sticker control panel, which is going to be pretty hard to show you. The figure that I found fits in there the best is probably Quinlan Voss, so let's just stick Quinlan inside there and close it up, and there you go. You got the Frigate ready to rumble, which is a very cool set. I mean, there's some cool details. Really love the handle, and I guess I can show you the landing gear in my little bit of spare time. You know, just push the landing gear in like so. So that's very cool. I really love this set, actually. Even though I have a couple problems, again, if you read my rating system on my channel, nothing's perfect. So I'm going to give this set a 10 out of 10, and stay tuned for my review of the Falcon, which will be next. So please rate, comment, and subscribe, and goodbye.